Top stories. Pam Party announces new candidate for Constituency 1. Emergency operations centers to be constructed. And cruise ship makes unscheduled call to St. Kitts. The details on these stories and more after the break.
In your formative years, we were there. When you got the good news and the bad, we were right there with you. Through all your great adventures, we were always right by your side. Now that life has thrown us a curveball, we are still here. And as we navigate this difficult period, the SKCCU will continue to be there for you and your family to help you through. We will assist you in safely and efficiently accessing your funds through our digital platforms, online banking, mobile banking, ATMs, and even our drive-through services. We can get through this together with responsible financial decisions by making food and medication a priority, practicing proper hygiene, maintaining social distancing, and constant prayer.
We're here for you. We're still here. We will get through this together.
SKCCU will continue to be your financial partner for life.
Use BioCare Lab Strong Ends products to supercharge your hair with deep lasting hydration from nature's most amazing moisturizers, raw moisturizing honey, and conditioning shea butter. These ingredients pull moisture from the hair to boost, strengthen, and restore the oldest and weakest parts of your hair, your ends, helping to keep them stronger. Wow, beautiful hair. Strong Ends. Dry, damaged, breaking hair and no hair growth? Strong ends? Whoa! I'm not cutting this hair for anything. Weak, thinning edges due to weaves and braids. Strong ends? Longer and free of split ends. Get supercharged from roots to end with BioCare Lab Strong Ends Honey and Shea Butter Infused Relaxer and Hair Growth Product. Available retail at CNC Superfoods on the Bay Road and wholesale at CNC Trading on the CAP Southville Industrial Park. Telephone 465-4081.
Showtime shop at Quartz. We got all the things you want. So many ways to shop. You can pick up curbside. It's Showtime shop at Quartz. All the appliances, electronics, and furniture you like. Showtime. Showtime, we got it, just what you need, yeah, Quartz got it.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Channel 5 newscast. I'm Carla Berridge. Lawyer and East Bastia resident Natasha Shani Gray has been announced as the People's Action Movement's newest candidate for constituency number 1, taking over from the previous candidate, Ambassador Ian Liburd. This was announced by PAM party leader Honorable Sean Richards at a press conference at the Royal St. Kitts Hotel on Monday. Richards said after interviewing a number of applicants for the position in June, it was decided that Natasha Gray will be the next candidate for constituency number 1.
We opened nominations on the 8th of June this year for anyone desirous of representing PAM in constituency 1. When that exercise closed on 30th June, we emerged with the undisputed name of lawyer Natasha Shani Gray to be the next candidate for the People's Action Movement in East Bastia.
He added that he is proud of Gray's achievements, noting some of her accomplishments, which include becoming an attorney at law, being a member of the Bar Association of St. Kitts and Nevis, and her philanthropic efforts in the East Bastia community.
As the political leader of PAM and as a friend, I am proud of the achievements of Natasha Gray. Not only is she an accomplished attorney at law, Shani, as we call her, has been a devoted mother. This is a young woman who did not allow her humble circumstance to constrain her ambitious tendencies. As a teenage mother, she worked as a clerk in Richard Keynes's BEC Auto Parts store on Prince's Street. From there, she carefully planned her future and the career path that she now enjoys in the field of law. Shani is an example to be followed by women and our younger generation.
During her remarks, Grace spoke of the many experiences in her life and the qualities she possessed that makes her a viable candidate for constituency number 1.
From a very small age, I have always been a people-oriented person and not afraid to take on any task or challenge and work hard for what I believe in. Completing high school at the age of 15 and going straight into employment has taught me how to be responsible from a very early age. I am a self-employed attorney at law with my practice located 2 stone throws away from my family home on Pond Road, where I am faced with conflict resolution on a daily basis. I am the mother of a 23-year-old son who is a product of my ability to deal with challenging moments in life.
She added that she is humbled and honored to be candidate for constituency number 1. Gray has become the first woman to vie for a seat in Parliament for constituency number 1. On the heels of the donation of 2 field hospitals, the Federation is poised to further benefit from the U.S. Southern Command, or U.S. Southcom, with the construction of Emergency Operations Centers, EOC, and another Bureau of Standards facility. During the handing over ceremony last week of the field hospitals, National Disaster Coordinator Abdias Samuel made mention of the request for the Emergency Operations Center shelters that are earmarked to be built in Sandy Point and Tabernacle. The EOCs will also be equipped with warehousing capabilities and, according to him, has been agreed to in principle by Cabinet to have the lands identified and approved for the project. Meanwhile, on Nevis, a proposal for a Bureau of Standard multipurpose lab has been submitted. It was submitted earlier this year to the Humanitarian Assistance Program of the U.S. South Command and is awaiting consideration for the financial year 2022 to 2023. MS World Navigator made an unscheduled cruise call to St. Kitts on Monday. The St. Kitts Tourism Authority announced in a press statement on Monday that the government of St. Kitts and Nevis had given approval for the cruise ship to make the unscheduled cruise call on Monday from 11:15 a.m. to 5 p.m. at South Friars Bay. The luxury liner arrived with 61 fully vaccinated passengers and 117 crew members. To mitigate risk and protect the general public, passengers and crew were only allowed to use the facilities of the Carambola Beach Club. Tours were not offered to cruise passengers. The MS World Navigator adhered to all the health and safety protocols as all other cruise ships docking on island. Launched in 2021, World Navigator is the debut luxury adventure expedition vessel built for Atlas Ocean voyages. After the break, Minister of Education to host Pink Day and Credit Union to observe International Credit Union Day with a week of activities. Stay with us.
It's time to do better. Beacon's Be Better Group Health Plan now offers new and improved options that make health insurance affordable for small to medium businesses. Good medical cover gives you a competitive edge and takes care of the people that take care of your business. Get a better plan to build a better business. Call us at 465-3333 or log on to beacon.co.tt for more info today.
Triple the joy at home as you elevate your experience with Flo's new Triple Play bundles. For the first time ever, bundle up and save on internet, TV, and home phone together for more satisfaction. For as low as $175, enjoy up to 35 megabits per second super fast internet, 70 TV channels with HD entertainment, and free landline minutes with the all-in bundle. Visit your nearest Flo store to sign up for a Triple Play bundle. Conditions apply.
Be a hero. September is the month of heroes in St. Kitts and Nevis. And for the months of September to October, Horsford's Automotive wants you to be a hero too. Yes, drive like a hero at the massive Horsford's Automotive Be a Hero sales event. Go to Horsford's Automotive today and drive away like a hero with up to $35,000 discount on select models. Your choice of either free gas for 3 months or up to $1,000 in free groceries. Pay just 10% VAT. Yeah, just 10% VAT. Free servicing for 1 year. Free bill of sale. Free registration, licensing, and tinting. 0 down payment. That's right. Absolutely 0 down payment. And much, much more. Drive away like a hero from Horsford's Be a Hero sales event. The biggest, most heroic sales event ever in the Federation. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
Welcome to Bastia Art Gallery and Restaurant, located at North Independence Square Street in the heart of Old Bastia. We are open for breakfast, lunch and dinner. The fresh food and friendly faces will make you feel like a star that you deserve to be. Our chef, with over 20 years of experience in fine dining European restaurants, will surprise you with the best of culinary delights from old Europe. And our multi-talented local chef will treat you with the classics of St. Kitts and the Caribbean. Special prices for groups are available. Come and enjoy the best of Kittitian and European cuisine in one place. For your reservation, call us at 661-6877. Rain or shine, it's time to dine.
Welcome back. The Ministry of Education, MOE, will be recognizing Wednesday, October 20th as Pink Day. According to a press release issued on Monday, the designation of Pink Day allows the MOE to show its support to all those within its ministry and across the Federation whose lives have been impacted by breast cancer. In an interview with the Education Media Unit, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, William Hodge, stated the rationale behind the initiative.
The Ministry of Education has taken up the idea of observing a Pink Day this month in support of persons who have been affected by breast cancer and have actually survived.
Acknowledging that this illness has impacted several employees across the ministry and communicating the need for support, P.S. Hodge encouraged all education employees to wear pink on Wednesday in solidarity with their colleagues.
So in showing our solidarity with our colleagues, we encourage all Ministry of Education employees, including our teachers and principals in schools, persons who work in various offices within the Ministry of Education. We encourage them to wear pink on Wednesday of this week.
Breast Cancer Awareness Month is an annual international campaign which focuses on raising awareness of breast cancer and its impact on people's lives. It is celebrated throughout the month of October. As the St. Kitts Cooperative Credit Union, SKCCU, prepares to observe International Credit Union Day on Thursday, a week of activities has been scheduled to recognize the credit union movement. These activities will be held under the theme, Building Financial Health for a Brighter Tomorrow. On Monday, SKCCU contributed to the Credit Union League. The day also saw a blessing of the week's activities and the official launch of a holiday loan promotion. On Tuesday, a mental health forum will be live on the SKCCU Facebook and YouTube pages at 5:30 p.m. The session will be guided by the topic Mental Health Awareness, Depression and Anxiety. A groundbreaking ceremony for Scenic View Homes will take place on Wednesday and will be streamed live on the credit unions and ZIZ's Facebook and YouTube pages. On the Thursday, SKCCU will host a Members Appreciation Day, and on Friday will be the SKCCU Eat Local Drive, where local produce will be on sale on site, provided by the Farmers Cooperative Society. International Credit Union Day celebrates the spirit of the global credit union movement. The day is recognized to reflect on the credit union movement's history, promote its achievements, recognize hard work, and share member experiences. International Credit Union Day has been celebrated on the third Thursday of October since 1948. The Keon High School Alumni and Mentorship Program for Students, CHAMPS, has given a financial donation to assist the work of 2 cancer support organizations in the Federation. On Saturday, the Reach for Recovery Breast Cancer Support Group and the Essence of Hope Breast Cancer Foundation each received a check from CHAMPS. According to Vice President Percy Daniel, the donations were done to honor a past member who died of cancer.
I want to, on behalf of CHAMPS, as the Vice President, present a donation to these noble institutions in relation to Breast Cancer Week. First time that we are reaching out to organizations outside of the feeder area, Keon. And this is on behalf of our past member, Andrea Moore, who succumbed to cancer. And so we want to use this opportunity on behalf of Andrea Moore to give these 2 donations to these institutions.
Dr. Marcus Natter, Public Relations Officer of the Essence of Hope Breast Cancer Foundation, accepted the donation, which he said will assist their efforts.
Essence of Hope, we are indeed grateful to CHAMPS for considering us for such a timely donation. It is really critical in these times because we are unable to raise funds in the same way that we normally do because of the restrictions during the pandemic. So this timely donation will go quite a long way in supporting those persons suffering with breast cancer and those who are supporting those who have been diagnosed with breast cancer. So thank you so much once again.
Janice Payne, member of the Reach for Recovery Breast Cancer Support Group, also thanked the group.
And we would like to say thanks for this timely contribution that will continue to aid and to add in the fight against this deadly disease, breast cancer. Again, we say thank you, and I must add that Ms. Andrea Moore was also a member of the Reach for Recovery Breast Cancer Group. Thank you again, and may God bless you all.
The donation was done to coincide with Breast Cancer Awareness Month observed in October. And finally, on the local scene, as Breast Cancer Awareness Month continues, Care Nursing Agency invited persons to take advantage of a free breast screening and lecture event held as part of activities to commemorate the month. Keisha Rollins of Care Nursing Agency said it is important to continue to raise awareness about breast cancer, as many continue to be affected.
It's an important initiative because we know worldwide hundreds of thousands are dying from breast cancer. So we want to bring awareness because right here in St. Kitts and Nevis we have persons dying practically every month from breast cancer.
The event held on Saturday at the Solid Waste Conference Room offered the breast screening and lecture discussion, as well as vital sign checks and protein checks. Coming up in regional news, a 9-year-old missing girl in Jamaica found. The details when we come back.
Here are your hostels Alumas IG Value Club Blue Tag Special.
Rolling October 7th to the 20th.
Essential Everyday Burrito Tortilla, $6.99. IGA Vinegar, $4.99. Mueller's Pastas, $4.99. Dan and Activia Light and Fit Yogurt, $12.99. Khalifa Farms Almond Milk, $19.99. Essential Everyday Deli Sliced Cheeses, $8.99. And now our very low weekly
value deals. Essential Everyday Apple Juice, $6.99. Essential Everyday Canned Pineapple, $6.39. Hunt Spaghetti Sauce, $4.99. Nature Valley Granola Bars, $7.49. Welch's Juices Cocktails, $9.99. Colgate Toothpaste, $7.99. Shop Smart, Shop Value Mart. Juan en español.
Sea listo y haga sus compras aquí a Value Mart.
Want to get away? Now you can.
Stop standing in long ATM lines to withdraw cash. Use your national debit or black cards to complete a wide variety of transactions at supermarkets, variety stores, gas stations, pharmacies, and more. Shop online at the most popular websites and stores for quality brands using your national debit or black cards. And take back your time to enjoy all the things that you love to do. Remember, instead of waiting in long ATM lines to withdraw cash, use your national bank cards today.
National Bank, always here.
Showtime shopping quarters. We got all the things you want. So many ways to shop. You can pick up curbside. It's Showtime shopping quarters. All the appliances, electronics, and furniture you like. Showtime. Showtime. We got it. Just what you need. Yeah, Quartz got it.
And we're moving now to news on the regional scene. In Jamaica, a 9-year-old girl of Bottomyard District, Bath in St. Thomas, who was reported missing on October 14th, has been found alive on Saturday, October 16th. More in this CVM Live News report.
It's the outcome every Jamaican at home and abroad hoped and prayed for 9-year-old Felissa Prussia to return home to her family alive after being abducted. Following more than 2 days of search, the nation and Felissa's family are breathing a collective sigh of relief as she was found conscious in a section of Arcadia District in the parish. Reports are that minutes after 1 p.m. on Saturday, the suspected abductor, Davian Bryan, was sighted in the district and residents alerted the police. Deputy Superintendent of Police Anil Thompson detailed how the girl was found.
We went in here and we went in the bushes. We saw this person. This person made good his escape. Police are now still searching for that person. We continue to search the bush. Very, very, very thick vegetation, and where we saw certain things like food items and so on. So we suspect that this is where he stayed with her. And we searched, followed the lead, and there we found her.
Felissa was immediately taken to the Princess Margaret Hospital for medical attention. Her mother, emotionally distraught, was quickly ushered in to be reunited with her daughter. While on the outside, the medical staff rejoiced. More than 500 community members assisted with the search, supported by the police, the CPFSA, and other agencies.
The community, each person took it as if the child was their child, and so there were a lot of mothers, there were a lot of fathers. Everybody was feeling the pain that the parents were feeling. And so today I must commend the community, and I must say that the police really worked with the community.
And as the manhunt continues for the suspect, the police commissioner is discouraging jungle justice.
It's somebody we want to question. So this is something we know about. We don't know what else he may have been up to. So we really want to get him alive.
Robian Williams for CVM Live.
International bodies and local opposition parties are calling for an inquiry into the death of a former defense minister turned critic of the Venezuelan government. Authorities say Raul Baduel died in prison from a COVID-related heart attack, but his family says he was murdered. Al Jazeera's Daniel Schremer reports.
Libertad! Libertad! The call for a full inquiry into the death of Raul Baduel is growing. From Venezuelan opposition parties, from the US State Department, from the Organization of American States and the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights. But most loudly, from his family.
Quiero reiterar también. I want to reiterate that we will not rest until there is justice, because God and the world know that my father was murdered. I want to point out for the integrity that we have for my brother, who is still in the hands of his torturers and murderers of my father. He is still imprisoned and in pain because unfortunately he saw my father die. He repeatedly begged for medical attention for my father, and they ignored him.
I hold the state responsible for not having provided the necessary care for my father, who was a person who was literally buried alive in a torture center called the Tomb.
Raul Baduel was in prison on various charges, including the misuse of state funds and abuse of authority. His family said he was a political prisoner and died in a jail run by the State Intelligence Police. They were informed of his death on Twitter. The Venezuelan authorities say the 66-year-old died from a heart attack related to COVID-19. They say he'd received full medical attention, including his first vaccination. The Attorney General, Tarek William Saab, then tweeted expressing his condolences to Baduel's family and friends. Raul Baduel was a close ally of the former president of Venezuela, Hugo Chavez. He served as defense minister between 2006 and 2007. Then he turned against Chavez and his successor, the current president, Nicolas Maduro, and became a leading opposition figure. He was arrested in 2009, conditionally released after 6 years, then imprisoned again, indefinitely, in 2017.
I want to emphasise that Article 43 of the Constitution clearly states that the responsibility for the life of detainees is exclusive of the state. Even if the state is usurping it, it must guarantee and safeguard the lives of all prisoners. Today we see that this is not happening, and the relatives of political prisoners fear for their lives.
The Venezuelan government is due to resume talks with the opposition in Mexico City on Sunday. Raul Baduel's death will be added to the long list of issues over which they disagree. Daniel Schweimler, Al Jazeera.
Coming up, vigil held for UK MP David Ames after stabbed to death. We'll tell you more when we come back.
Imagine having the luxury of putting all your trust in one insurance company and being able to enjoy a life to the fullest without having to worry. Well, don't imagine. National Caribbean Insurance is here to take care of all your insurance needs. Insure your life, vehicle, boat, home, belongings, and your future. At NCI, we make it our business to ensure that you enjoy every stage in life. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
We plan for every major life event, from birthday parties to baptisms, and celebrating a life well lived deserves the same thoughtful planning. Beacon's Rest Easy plan is designed to give your loved ones the comfort of knowing that they can do just that. With no underwriting and cover for up to 6 family members that includes certain injuries, this plan can be yours for as little as 75 cents per day. Call us at 465-3333 or log on to beacon.co.tt for more info today.
Welcome back. Police in the United Kingdom have extended the detention of a man arrested for the murder of a member of parliament. David Ames was stabbed to death as he met with his constituents on Friday. Al Jazeera's Rory Chaland reports.
For a day at least, British politicians put aside their divisions and united to mourn one of their own. The Prime Minister and the leader of the opposition laid wreaths where Conservative MP David Ames was murdered on Friday. Police arrested a 25-year-old British man and are investigating the killing as an act of terrorism. Reverend Clifford Newman is the minister at Belfast, the church where David Ames had been meeting constituents when he was fatally stabbed.
He was a person who genuinely liked people and tried to help them as best as they can. So for this to happen to somebody whilst they're trying to do some good in the community, it is really, words can't express it, you just don't understand it.
A good man and a fine public servant, says that message. A true gentleman who supported his community, says one down here, and there's another over there. Thank you for your dedicated service to our community for so many years. So many of these tributes have a similar message. David Amis died doing something that was integral to his job. He was out there meeting the public face to face, but it raises the question, are MPs safe enough? Although Westminster can seem like a fortress with armed police never far away, most MPs have little to no protection when they're in their constituencies. And this is the second MP to be murdered in 5 years. Jo Cox from the opposition Labour Party was killed by a white supremacist in 2016 on the streets of the area she represented. The Home Secretary has launched a safety review.
There are measures underway right now. I've convened meetings yesterday. I've been with the Speaker of the House and with the police and our security services to make sure that all measures are being put in place for the security of MPs so that they can carry on with their duties as elected democratic members.
One Conservative MP, Tobias Elwood, says face-to-face meetings with constituents should be stopped until they can be moved online. In 2017, he tried to save the life of a police officer fatally wounded in the Westminster Bridge attack that left 6 people dead. But many more MPs say meeting the public is a vital part of their jobs and the functioning of British democracy, and even a tragedy such as this shouldn't be allowed to disrupt it. Rory Challens, Al Jazeera, Leigh-on-Sea in Essex.
People in a capital of Canadian Arctic territory have been told not to use any tap water because it has been contaminated with fuel. Residents started complaining about the smell of petrol in their water at the beginning of October, but city authorities insisted it was safe for nearly a week. Al Jazeera's Alexandra Byers reports.
The people of Iqaluit are relying on the river. Since the beginning of October, they've been afraid of what's coming out of their taps. Choking petrol fumes when they wanted a glass of water. Oily residue on dishes. For this family, absolute fear when they had to bathe their 8-month-old baby.
We're hearing from friends and neighbors that people are getting headaches or there's been other complaints like that. We just don't know. It's really scary to think that your baby's health could be compromised.
And her fears were just confirmed.
A high concentration of odor was discovered in one of the in-ground water tanks at the water treatment plant. The results of water quality testing show exceedingly high concentrations of various fuel components in the sample collected from that tank.
Diesel or kerosene has leaked into Iqaluit's water system. The government's declared a state of emergency. It's happening in one of Canada's most remote cities. Iqaluit is in Nunavut, the country's northernmost territory, home to a majority Inuit population. The city gets its water from Geraldine Lake. The water treatment plant is a short distance away, but it's also right next to the power plant, which runs on diesel fuel. Both are decades old and badly in need of repair. The city is going to examine the ground the treatment plant is built on in hopes of finding the source of the contamination. Water testing in Iqaluit will continue for several months, as will the search for who exactly is to blame. To cope, the government's flying in tens of thousands of liters of drinking water. Bottled water is 5 times the price as the rest of Canada.
Yesterday, we gave out about 18,000 liters of bottled water to our citizens, and when we were done, mothers with babies were saying, what do I do about my baby, and others were just, what do I do? And it was heartbreaking, and it really was probably the worst day I've had as mayor in the last 2 years.
But for Seema and her family, it's a clear example of one of Canada's fundamental inequalities. That despite being one of the most water-rich countries in the world, 45 Indigenous communities can't drink what comes out of their taps. And for the foreseeable future, Iqaluit is one of them. Alexandra Byers, Al Jazeera.
Up next in sports, Ravi Rampal ready for T20 World Cup, and IOC speaks out on Beijing Olympics controversy. Stay with us.
Imagine having the luxury of putting all your trust in one insurance company and being able to enjoy a life to the fullest without having to worry. Well, don't imagine. National Caribbean Insurance is here to take care of all your insurance needs. Insure your life, vehicle, boat, home, belongings, and your future. At NCI, we make it our business to ensure that you enjoy every stage in life. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
West Indies medium pacer Ravi Rampal says as he matured, certain aspects of his game became clearer. More in this TTT Sports report.
Rampal says he knew what was required to get himself a role in the Windies ICC T20 World Cup title defence.
I knew I needed to work hard to show if the selectors that I'm still able to take wickets and compete at a level and put the performance out there and show them that I'm still able to take wickets and perform at CPL stage.
Rampal says with experience, his training regimen has improved, making him better prepared for the rigours of the modern game. 14 of 19 of his CPL wickets came in the power play, but Rampal is confident that he can slot into any part of the bowling attack as required. Rampal also gave some insight into the mood in the Windies camp.
We had a couple of really intense training sessions. From what I gather, everyone is switched on, really wanting to start this World Cup, hit the ground running, and it's exciting. It's exciting for West Indies cricket to see these guys raring to go to start this tournament.
The men in maroon play Pakistan on Monday in the first of two warm-up matches ahead of the October 23rd start of their tournament program against England.
Next year's Beijing Games has triggered protests over China's human rights record, but the International Olympic Committee's point man for the event says the multi-sport extravaganza is about bringing young people together. More in this Reuters report.
The countdown to the Beijing Olympics has begun, and so have protests against the event over China's record on human rights. Activists gathered in Athens over the weekend shouting "Boycott Beijing 2022," a day before the lighting of the Olympic flame. Beijing is set to become the first city to host both a summer and winter games after hosting the Olympics in 2008. But human rights groups say no improvements have been made over the past 14 years. The controversy has prompted the International Olympic Committee to defend the upcoming games. Spokesperson Juan Antonio Samaranch said Sunday the Olympics are about uniting young people from around the world.
Everybody has the right is entitled to their ideas, their positions and their principles. What I have to say is we cannot comment on those protests. There were some protests today in Athens. We cannot comment on those things. We are here in ancient Olympia for a very important thing, which is getting everybody together from all parts of the world.
Rights groups and some American lawmakers have called on the IOC to relocate the event unless China ends what the U.S. deems to be genocide of Uyghur Muslims. Chinese authorities have been accused of facilitating forced labor by detaining around 1 million Uyghurs and other primarily Muslim minorities in camps. China denies wrongdoing, calling the camps vocational training centers aimed at combating extremism. Beijing is also contending with the threat of the global health crisis and has banned international visitors. But unlike the Tokyo Games earlier this year, local fans will be allowed to attend Olympic events.
And that's it for sports. When we come back, we'll have another look at the stories that made the headlines.
Whether you're at home or abroad, ZIZ's social media platforms help you stay connected with what's going on in St. Kitts and Nevis. Keep up with daily events by liking our Facebook page. Follow us on Twitter at ZBC Online. Like our pictures on Instagram and subscribe to our videos on YouTube. Also, you can watch us live on the ZIZ mobile app and our website, zizonline.com. No matter where you are, ZIZ is just a click away. ZIZ Broadcasting Corporation, reaching you wherever you are.
And we're wrapping up with a recap of the top stories. PAM Party announces new candidate for Constituency 1. Emergency Operations Center to be constructed, and cruise ship makes unscheduled call to St. Kitts. And that's the end of the ZIZ Channel 5 newscast. Thank you for joining us. I'm Carla Barrage. Goodbye.